getting to know Plug Boy. Okay, so I decided to do this video because that last year energy, just I'm gonna answer some questions. I'm gonna answer some questions. I'm gonna give you guys some clarifications on why we started, what we started, and how it started actually. So yeah, man.
Who is Plug Boy really like? Who is Plug Boy? Where you from, man?
Who is Plug Boy? That's the question.
Yeah, who's Plug Boy really?
Okay, so Plug Boy, basically my real name is Wakisa. It's Kiara Wakisa Ernest. Crazy, man. It sounds so funny. So it's Kiara Wakisa, right? That's my birth name. And then just a creative person, man. I'm just a creative guy, bro. I just love just the creative world. Like I just love color. uh you know just love seeing color. I love seeing color. I love colors. That's why I see a lot of things that I do is like bright stuff. It's not like, and why I just refuse to quit, bro, because I want something for me, bro. Like I want something to be remaining when I'm gone. It's like I know a lot of people that have lived life, but I don't remember them for what they did in life. You know what I mean? Like I remember I had people that I grew up with that have lived, people that I saw growing up that have lived, but I don't remember them doing anything, or I don't remember them leaving anything behind. All I know is they have lived. You know what I mean? So why I refuse to quit, man, is just for the fact that I want to build something for myself. Something for generations to come. Even your kids will say, Uncle Plug made this. You know what I'm saying? Like your kids will be like, hey, Grandpa Plug made this. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm doing it for, bro. That's definitely what I'm doing that for. Yeah, not for me actually, for the people that come after me. Some stupid shit, I think, but it's dope. Yeah.
So, where did it all start and why?
Where did it all start
And why?
and why? So growing up. Um, so when I was young, right, I used to watch Takalani. There used to be a show on SFBC 1 every morning. They used to play. It used to be like a creative show. Like they used to show you how to make like boxes, like how to make like toys with like paper, like craftsmanships of paper, like creative shit. Like they used to teach you how to draw. They used to teach you how to write. They used to teach you how to spell words. It was like a creative thing. Like you'd color in, you draw something and you color in. So when I was a kid, I used to watch that show, right? And from there on, I fell in love with the whole creative space. Like I fell in love with creativity, bro. I just loved seeing the colors, as I said, man. And then I think grade 5, grade 6. If you guys know me from primary school, you will remember me. I used to make paper rings. Paper rings, like you make a paper ring and then you draw on it like something you want. Even watches, like I would make jewelry, but paper jewelry. I would make chains with papers. I would make. It was fun, man. It was fun, man. So like the creativity thing, I was in me, bro, from the beginning. Can't lie. And then I came to high school, and then high school, what happened? High school, crazy. High school was actually the place where actually I started discovering how creative I was, because I was only good at creative art. The other subjects I was fake. The other subjects I was bad at, but creative art was like that one subject that I was like so good at. But I didn't even need to try, and then just the freedom that it gave me, like I just felt free when I was doing art. Like it was one subject that never told me what to do. It was like do what you gotta do and just be as creative as you wanna be. And then yeah, man, I just started doing that creativity, bro. And growing up now, it's like that's why we're doing what we're doing, because of the creativity that we started way back then. Yeah.
So, I'd like to ask, why did you start all these businesses like the podcast, jewelry, shoes, photography? That people think that you're really doing too much.
It was my teacher, my creative art teacher, told me that. She said, I asked her, how good must this art be? That was the project. It was a project of some sort, right? I don't remember. It was grade 9. And then she said, the sky is the limit, Wakisa. And I remembered it because I was like, the sky's the limit. It was the first time I've ever heard that word in my life. I never heard the sky's the limit before. It was my first time I heard it in grade 9. And then I was like, what does that mean? And he says, you can do whatever you want to do as long as you are done with the project and as long as you are happy with the project. That was exactly her words. She literally said it to me. You can do whatever you want to do as long as the project is done and as long as you're happy with the project. And that's it. Those words stuck with me for years, bro.
So, what did you learn from struggling financially?
What did I learn from struggling financially? Nobody's gonna come and help you, bro. Like, not just financially, but in the struggles in general, It's like people always want something from you, but they'll never want to help you get something for you. You know what I'm saying? Like people always want, hey yo, bro, can you give me 100 rand? Can you give me 300 rand? But there's no way that they will come and say, hey, bro, there's a place here that they're looking for this person, this person. You can go check it out and get some money there. They'll never do that. If they do that, it's like a few of them that do it, unless you ask them to. But if you just out of the blue, they'll never do such. So that part told me it's just nobody's coming to save you. It's you against yourself. So basically just do as much as you can. Like if you're going to sell shoes, bro, sell the shoes, bro. If you wanna go sell cars, bro. If you wanna go sell houses, bro. As long as you get that bag, because nobody's gonna come and give you that bag, no matter what. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Q&As. Okay, we're doing Q&As now, bro. We're doing Q&As. That means question and answer. Question and answer number 1. What is the Q&A, bro?
So, basically, what is your movement about?
What is my movement about? Interesting. So we're a multimedia company, just multimedia movement. We focusing not on one specific niche. We're focusing on a lot of things. So we are diverse. You can find us in photography, you can find us in videography, you can find us in podcasting, you can find us in clothing, you can find us in accessories, you can find us in technology as well. We're trying to jump into that. You can find us in logistics as well. We're trying to get into that. So we're just a multimedia brand because the reason why is I always used to want a place where I could just go to and then they just got me sorted out. Like I wanted to go to someone who could help me with everything that I ever wanted. I didn't want to go around asking people, do you know where I can find this? Do you know where I can get this? Do you know where? I just wanted someone who could like point me to that person that I need without me hustling 10 million other people to just get that one person. Am I making sense? So that's the idea that came out. So, okay, but what if we just start like a whole movement, like a whole all-in-one type of thing? Like whatever you need, you find it at one place. So that's why we started the podcast. That's why we started all the movement that we're doing right now.
So, why should I support your brand instead of other big brands?
I mean, to be honest, I'm not gonna say don't support me, and I'm not gonna say support me. But what I'm gonna say is, if you know someone who needs the services that we have, let them know about us. You know what I mean? Don't. It shouldn't be. It cannot be you as my target market. But if you know someone who's interested in something that we have, let them know about us. Like tell them about us. Tell them about us. Talk to them about us. So that will help us a lot.
So, how do you stay motivated when sales are slow?
How do I stay motivated when sales are slow? It's business, man. It's like it's life. It's business. One thing I understood is that nothing happens overnight. So I know that today I didn't make the bag, but tomorrow I am gonna make the bag. You know what I mean? Tomorrow, I didn't make the bag yesterday. I'm gonna make the bag today. So it's always something that it just stays in my mind to say it's not all and going. It's not all at once. It's slowly by slowly we're getting there. Step by step we're getting there. So
So, do you really believe you're gonna make it?
Do I really believe I want to make it?
Yeah.
Oh, 100%. I got, no, not even I got to. I have to. I am going to make it. I have made it. Matter of fact, I have made it. Not that I am going to make it. I have made it. It's just that, you know, it's not yet physically seen or it's not physically shown. But mentally and spiritually, I have made it, man. I've made it. Definitely. Definitely, bro.
So, what does success look like to you?
What does success look like to me? Being able to help the people that need help without killing or destroying what I also have for myself. That's what success looks like to me. So I don't have to, in that way, that means I don't have to strain myself. I don't have to push myself. I don't have to kill myself to just help you. You know what I mean? If you want help, I should be able to help you without any problem, without any struggles, you know? Because now if you say, hey, plug, hey, listen, can you please help me with 500? I'm gonna fight because I'm like, shit, I also need that 500. You know what I'm saying? So like, I'm gonna give you 500. What I do? You know, so yeah, man. So that is success to me. Just making sure that everybody eat and nobody stays behind. And when you need something, I'm able to help you out without any problems.
So, how did you start the podcast and who did you start the podcast with and why did you start the podcast?
Why did I start the podcast? Hey man, to be honest, man, I appreciate. Let me first start by saying, man, I appreciate every single person who been on the show, anybody who came through, anybody who's been supportive, everybody who subscribed, everybody who have watched an episode, everybody who has taken the time in their life to just say, hey man, let me listen to these niggas, and you know what I'm saying. But to answer the question, to be honestly, I feel like Maluko is the one who started the podcast. Why? I'm gonna say why. So it was a day where he came to my crib, right? And I was just recording. I don't know what I was recording. I was recording music, I think. And then when he came, we just came to like chill. Like we just came like, like homies, just chilling. And then I started talking to him about starting a podcast. Like, hey, bro, I had ideas. I got ideas from the homies. I'm thinking of planning. I was telling him like the idea of like how to go about the whole thing, right? Because I was like, hey, man. And then he's like, yeah, bro. I mean, you have the equipment, you have the mic. I had this mic, actually, to be honest. This mic that I'm recording with right now, that's the first mic I ever used. Crazy. So I had this mic right here that I was having at that time. And he was like, bro, we can literally start. And I'm like, bro, but I don't have a camera, we don't have lights, we don't have. It's like, boy, relax. And then he takes out his phone, right? He had a Hawaii Y9, I think. It was a Y9, I remember. And then he just took it out, we put it on like buckets, and then we flipped it around, we put it like a book behind it, and then we started shooting. And then that's the first episode we ever done. And then it was like from there on we uploaded it and we just started uploading. Like we just started recording after that. Like we just started recording. And funny fact, homie started pulling up after that. Like the Ape King came through, Kathias came through, and then a couple of niggas just started coming through, like just for the. And I was like so surprised, and I was like, oh damn, just like that. And then Maluko, and then there's something happened. Maluko, oh yeah, he got a job, right? He got a job, and then it was like, bro, we can't stop recording. We need to continue recording. So he came up with an idea of, you know what? Let's start bringing people up with us. You know, let's bring other people that are also doing something in life to promote them and to just, let the world know what they're doing. So, and also that moment that those things were happening, it was a moment where it was a turnaround moment for me, because I started asking myself a question of what happens after you're gone. Like it was a very simple question, but it became deeper as the more I go into like understanding everything. It was like, what happens if I'm gone? Like, if you gone, what happens? Like, what are people gonna remember you for? What are people gonna think of you and remember you? Are they gonna remember you for only drinking alcohol and getting drunk, or are they gonna remember you for partying and just going out, or are they gonna remember you for something meaningful that you actually did for someone, or how you helped someone, or something positive? What are they gonna know you for? So in that stage, that's when I started also, losing homies, like quite a lot of homies. Uh, their lives got, you know, yeah, man. That was the moment where I lost homies. I lost homies. Um, it was deep because the homies that I was with was like childhood homies. Like, when you were young, 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 and then you grow up with those niggas, and then now you hear this person disappeared and this person is no longer available, and, and this person, and then it's all just, to you it's like simple, but deep down you're hurting because it's like you never thought that would happen to your guys. Like, if you look at your homies growing up, we never looked at each other as like, yeah, he might die very soon. No, it was like, I'ma be with this nigga like until we get rich and old. You know what I mean? Like, we had that vision. And when I started losing homies, it was like a perfect time also for just me to say, you know what, this is actually what I need to actually focus on more. And we just started bringing up people. I remember the first guest I brought, man, the Hook. Yeah, the Hook. And crazy part is I didn't know the Hook as the Hook. I just knew him by his real name. I'm not gonna say it. So I was like, you know what? Who do I have? So on that day I texted, it was a Saturday. I remember I texted a couple of niggas, and he replied. He says, "Yeah, bro, I'm available. Let's shoot." I'm like, "Damn, okay." That was my first time, and then I remember Dave came also on that day. Shout out to Dave. He shot that episode. He shot the episode, man. That was so nice. That was the coolest thing ever, man. That was so dope ass shit. And yeah, man. And then from there on, we just started recording with people, and I met people, and we've grown to where we are right now. Yes, we're not where we wanna be, but we have grown to a point whereby, hey, man, it's beautiful, man. You know what I mean? So plug the jeweler. Plug the jeweler is like, as I said, man, from the people that know me from primary school, they don't know me, bro. I've been a person that been selling jewelry. Like, I've been a fan of jewelry from a very young age. I love jewelry at a very young age, bro. Something that has been in me. I don't know, that creative thing that I spoke about earlier. It's just something creative that I've been having my whole life. Like, something creative that has been in me, and to be able to make certain things like pieces, like I can make a design come to life out of my head. I can literally, think of something and I can make it. That was just been the whole idea from the beginning. So, and also it's because of I needed money. Actually, what happened was I used to make those things, right, and I used to give them around for free, And then I was like, you know what? No, man. Let me start making the coins. But the jewelry business started very, very young, early on, because I remember even in primary school I used to sell watches. You know what I mean? I've been a hustler from day one. I used to sell these casual watches. They look like casuals, like the classic casuals, but they don't have a name on it. They're like non-branded. I remember I used to stock them up for like 15 rand, and I used to sell them for like 80 rand or 100 rand. And I made money from that shit. I made bag. That was grade 5, grade 6, grade 7. That's the time I was selling this stuff. So even that, the business thing also, see, started very early on, because who would think a grade 5 kid would be selling watches? I would be able to go to places that I was not allowed to go to get watches alone. And so it was very interesting. I was yeah, and I enjoyed the concept of me making money, because imagine a grade 5 kid having 1,000 rand on Friday. You have 1,000 rand as a grade 5. I mean, you go crazy. And I was making money like that. I was like, 1,000 rand, oh my god. And to me, 1,000 rand was like $1 billion, because I was like, I buy something for 15 rand and it makes me 100 rand. crazy. So it was so interesting, and then the business idea and the mindset just came about also to just I just wanted to sell anything, like just wanted to sell anything, and then that's what happened. That's what started happening.
So is it the same with the shoes? Yeah.
Oh no, with the shoes it's different. So with the shoes, it first started with giving you the comfort of fame. I remember that the plug authentics. So I used to sell clothes at a very it was not a retail price, it was a factory price. So for example, uh, I went to Sports Scene. The reason that happened was I went to Sports Scene, right? And I looked at the shoe, right? And I looked at it and I didn't have enough money for it. And I was like, where do these guys get these shoes from? Because if they're selling a shoe for 1.5, you can't buy. Because remember, I started business in grade five. I started selling watches in grade five. So now the mindset of me having that, where do they get this from? Started at the very young age. So I started thinking to myself, where do these people get their shoes? Like Sports in, they get Nikes, but where do they get their Nikes, right? And then that's just the question I had in my head from a very young age. And then once upon, the one thing I also say about the mindset thing. I'm gonna talk about it in another video. But once you set something in your mind, automatically it manifests. The more you think about it, the more it becomes very close to you. And I just started thinking about how I'm gonna get someone who knows where people get shoes, and randomly it just happened that I was I was doing a delivery at a certain place, and while I was there, I saw a bunch of shoes like on the floor, like a lot of shoes on the floor. Like I remember I was doing a delivery. I don't know where it was. I don't remember, but I just saw a bunch of like stock shoes, like as if it just came from a shipment. And then I looked at it, I was so surprised, and I'm like, "Yo, whose shoes are these?" And then the person said, "Hey, bro, these are my brother's shoes." I'm like, "Yo, your brother owns shoes?" Like, no, my brother owns a shoe business. He sells shoes to retailers. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, he gets the shoes from the factories in China. They ship it this side, and he then sells them to other people that have shops and everything like that. I'm like, yo, that's the person I've been looking for. And I got in touch with him, and I got in touch with him. He was interested because I was young at that time, and he never thought I would actually be as, what I mean, like I wouldn't make any sales. So he was just telling me everything, just, like how you want to tell a kid the truth, even though you don't think the kid is serious about what he's asking you, because you could just, you will blush it off like, but I'm gonna tell you the truth anyways. So he told me the truth. He told me, hey bro, you get the shoes at this place, these people gonna get them for you, and this is the shipment that happens. If the shipment comes, this is. And then I learned the whole business thing, and then I started finding designer clothes. I started seeing Prada, Dior's, uh, any design that is expensive. I used to have it. I used to have it. I still have them, but like now I don't sell them no more because nobody buys that no more. Unless. But then I started selling those type of stuff, like and then from there on, I just niched down to say, okay, let me just focus on specifically shoes. So then I just said, let me double down to just shoes. So that's why we're doing the shoe business now. So, and that's how the shoes started, actually, to be honest.
What about the photography? Like, what inspired you to start photography?
Oh, photography was just recent. Photography is very recent. But one thing I can tell you, I've always been fascinated about. I had a camera before the podcast. I had a camera way back. You remember that? But I used to have a camera, and I used to just take pictures with it just for the fun of it. It doesn't like I'm serious about taking pictures. So just like, oh, I have a camera, I can take pictures. And my brothers that time used to make music. They used to do like rap and stuff. So I used to take pictures of them when they were in the studio. I remember when we went to the studio when we were still young. They were still young. I took them to the studio, and yeah, man. We went there and I just started taking pictures of it. So the whole picture thing, just something that I've had a lot of things. Like, to be honest, I feel like a lot of things that I've had started way back. If I have to think about it, it's not like something that just randomly came out of the blue. Something that started way back, and then I never took it serious, and then it eventually caught up. It caught back to me when I'm now in the age that I'm at right now. So I feel like that was also like something that happened, which and the photography thing came because of Chidex. Yeah, he's the one who actually brought back that photography thing, because I remember I got a camera. After we got a camera, he said, "Hey, bro, let's go take pictures." I'm like, "Take pictures?" Like, "Yeah, let's go take pictures of him playing soccer." And I'm like, "Huh?" I never heard that before. Like, people take pictures of you playing soccer. Like, I only know superstars that do that, but he wanted to do that. So I was like, "I not bet, bro. Let's do it." And then through shooting the soccer people and everything, I started realizing actually there's money here. There's money here. There's coins to be made here. And I said, you know what, let me actually make it an official thing. And then I just mixed it up and said, hey, plug the Plug Studios together with the podcast, because it just made sense. Because if you think about it, the people that shoot the podcast and the people that shoot the photography and everything, it's the same company. So I said, you know what, why not combine the two? So that's how the photography business come to be, bro.
So who made, where does Black Boy start from?
Where does a Plug Boy start from? Like the name Plug Boy. Okay, the name Plug Boy. Okay, so grade, as I said, man. You see, when I was growing up, as I said, in my grade, I was very active in a lot of things, and you would ask me for anything, I would get it for you. You understand? Like, you would ask me for, but do you know where to get shoes? I'll be like, yeah, I know where to get shoes. But do you know where to get an iPhone? Yeah, I know where to get an iPhone. Do you know where to get whatever you would ask? I would know where to get it. Like, I always had people at a very young age. I always had people who knew things about things. So if you're looking for a truck, I'll get you a truck. If you're looking for a car, I'll get you a car. If you're looking for a house to rent, I'll get you a house to rent. I knew people. So in grade 6, man, what's her name? Onela. Yeah, Onela. She said, something about something. I forgot what was the topic about, right? But it was something about connecting people. And then she said, "You're like a plug, you know?" And I'm like, "What?" "You're like a plug, like a connection, like you're a connection to things. So you are like a plug." And I was like, "Oh shit, I'm like a plug." And that name just got stuck in my head, And then crazy part is it stuck in my head, but I didn't take it seriously. And then grade 7 came, grade 8, right? Grade 8. Hey man, peer pressure got to me, man. I can't lie to you. Peer pressure got to me so bad. It fucked up my mentals. I started doing stupid shit, right? I started doing drugs at a very young age, man. I started smoking Zai every morning, And when that started, that's when things started shifting a bit. But that's for another story. And then every single morning I would be fucked up, right? And this other homie of mine, you'd be like, you're plugged, you're plugged. Now remember in grade 6, and then I said I was a plug, right? And this guy says I'm plugged because I'm high. I'm not saying plugged because of that, but I remembered it because I'm like, wait a minute, somebody used to say that before as well. So that happened, and then I just took that name, like plug. And then also plus, if you come to me and ask me, hey bro, do you know where I can get this? I'll be like, yeah, I know where to get it. Do you know where I can get this? I'll be like, yeah, I know where to get it. Do you know where I can get this? I'll be like, yeah, I know where to get it. So it just combined, like it connected with what I was doing. So when the name came also, it was like, oh damn, the name actually matches with what I'm doing and everything like that. So that's why it came. Like that's how the name Plug Boy came about. And now it's like, it's an official thing. It's no longer my name, actually. Now it's like a whole movement. Now it's no longer. Now it's Ernest. I'm Ernest, guys. I'm Ernest. The plug is the business. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Interesting. Yeah, interesting.
to the podcast?
Who asked that? When will I be invited? Guys, let me tell you something. I'm not the one who's controlling that part, okay? If you want to be on the podcast, guys, you can just DM whoever you see, or you can DM the account, you can DM whoever, and then send them a message. Hello, introduce yourself and just tell us about yourself a bit. And then you say you like to be on the podcast. Then we can talk. They can talk to you and they can tell me. I'm not the one who's running that page. People think I'm the one in control. I'm not in control of that page, bro. Like, Gabby, whoever you are, I'm not the one who picks who to choose and who's not. I'm not the one. It's only you who does that to yourself. You have to, get in touch with us. And then, we do reach out to people, but it's not all the time that we reach out to people, We get a lot of people requesting, but at the same time, it's like, you can be that next person that we interview you, or you can be the next person on the show. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, and I'm not the one in control of the page, so don't get it confused. Don't think it's me. It's not me.